What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back to bring you guys another video today. So it was a good week in the stock market for us in the Discord. We hit it off IWM, we hit Tesla both ways, hit a couple other plays as well, and the aim is to continue that going into next week. So in this video, I'll review some of the trades I took this week, go through a couple sectors that I'm looking at for next week, and also discuss the earnings plays coming up next week. So before we do all that, guys, make sure you guys do the usual and drop us a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Also, make sure to comment, let me know your thoughts on the video. And if you are new around here, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. It does not cost you anything, but it does help me in a great way. So let's start off with the earnings for this upcoming week. And it's another big week once again. So to start off the week, Monday, we don't have that much interesting. But moving on to Tuesday, retail starts to come into play. We have Home Depot, ticker symbol HD, Tuesday before market open. You also have PaySafe before market open. Then moving on to Wednesday, again, retail. We have Target, ticker symbol TGT, before open. And then after hours, the only one that I would say is pretty interesting is Cisco. Moving on to Thursday, this is the big day. This is the big earnings day. Thursday, pre-market, you have Alibaba and Walmart, both of those two. And then after market, you have Farfetch. And then moving on to Friday, the only one that's pretty interesting, I'd say, is John Deere. And maybe Foot Locker for you sneakerheads. So let's go back to Yahoo Finance now. Look at a couple articles. Let's see what's being said. Let's see what's being talked about. All right. So one thing I'm seeing is dividend yield stocks look interesting. Good news. Bank of America sees double-digit upside in these two stocks. Here's why they could surge. Okay. So CCOI and IDCC, maybe keep those on your radar for your long-term watch list. Well, nice to know. So let's jump into the charts now on TradingView. I'll just kind of walk you through how this week went. We'll start with Exxon Mobil. It was a tough week for Exxon Mobil, and one thing I learned from this week was never be biased. Going into this week, I had said I'm looking for Exxon to push, bounce and then push. It did not push. It continued to sell off. Exxon, I think I went for the $111 calls. Yeah, Monday, $111 calls. It did wick off the $111 price point, but then dropped down. So I decided to swing into the next day, and we got a nice push some point during the day, but it continued selling off at the end of the day. So I did have to exit my calls. Then, once again, that's another lesson. Don't be biased. And even when you think something's going to happen, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. Now let's look at IWM, because I took IWM puts, and this went pretty well, I'd say. Let's jump to the 5-minute chart. So Wednesday, IWM, here we go. Do you need any more indication of a time to get puts? So I entered the puts when they got rejected at the 9 and 21 moving averages when they were crossing to the downside. They sold off. Look at the price action. Sold off very quickly. It started to push up again, and I decided, I'm going to get out, taking 95%. It dropped, I had the 174 puts, and before I knew it, they were in the money. So this one went well, but guess what happened later on the day? It sold off all the way to lows of 172.79. Now, the reason I didn't hold is because I had 0 DTE, so it was expiring same day. The plan was not to hold too long, as it obviously holds more risk than most. So I sold off in time. Now, if I had zoomed out a little bit, I could have actually bought a different day expiry and swung this play. Would have been even more beneficial, but I did not. No problem. What I did try to do was go back and trade IWM again. Did a similar pattern to the Wednesday. Sold off at open, pushed off and seemed to be getting rejected, but this time it continued pushing up. So I did get the puts again, but this time it didn't go that well, and I ended up taking I think 21% loss with this one. Now moving on to yesterday, so that was Friday's play. The mighty Tesla, TSLA. I picked up the 177.5 calls, $177.50 calls, right at market open. So we went through a little bit of a crazy period where we were just wicking way past the moving averages, then pushing up, then dropping down and steadily pushing up again. And eventually we just started to run. We ran about $2 just like that, $2.20, just like that. And I thought, all right, well, I'm in a zero DTE. I'm up 74%. Let me take profit. Started pulling back. I was like, yep, it's time to take profit. Got out the trade. After about 20 minutes, I see this crazy red candle. And I'm like, you know what? It's clearly time for puts. So got into the puts on Tesla and then just traded it on the way down. Now, I had a price target, which I set in the group of around $172.80. So it was around somewhere here. If you look at the daily chart, you can see it. Somewhere here. And yeah, either way, I took profit and that was that. I mean, for me, I didn't ride out the trade. I could have got, I guess, up to 200%. Or no, not even. I think more. I think 600, 700% on this one, but I didn't. But I wasn't too bothered because I took profit around somewhere here and it traded all the way down to $167. So it sliced right through my price target. Shout out to Shonoff for taking my trade there because he made, I think, over 1,100% profit yesterday. So almost 1,200% profit on Tesla puts, which was really impressive to see. But yeah, I'm just happy to help feed the team. That's what I do. That's what I enjoy doing. So it was a nice end to the week. Reminder, guys, these stocks are a bit erratic. So always assess your positions, reassess your positions, and then you trade what you see. So let's roll on to what we're going to trade for this upcoming week. Well, I'm going to start with Alibaba because Alibaba seems to be turning the corner again. Let me show you Alibaba. Look at that, guys. It seems to be turning the corner. It looks like it's starting to push up again ahead of the earnings. So if you look at the monthly candles on Alibaba, look, what do you see? Green, red, and now it looks like we're trying to be green again. We're in a green month, and I'm seeing the upside potential. So that $92.50 price target would be the first target on the monthly. If you look at the daily chart, I would say around that $88.70 mark would be the one to chase. And I think once we get 90, past 88, we're going to hit 90 and then push out and break out. So yeah, Alibaba seems to be turning the corner. There was also positive news that one of the Chinese securities regulators said that they're willing to work with US companies and cooperate in regards to auditing. So I think that's also had its positive effect on other Chinese stocks. Yeah, a little bit. They're starting to come back. So just keep those on your radar as well. And then we've got some retail earnings this week. So let's start off with Target. Target on the daily chart is starting to consolidate in between these two moving averages. Looking at the weekly chart, you see a bit of a bear flag right here. Right here. I can just draw that one for you guys. Just like that. There's your bear flag. And honestly, with Target, my target would be this line right here, 149.59. I think below that as well, below that $150 level, you can take puts as well. But I think you can also trade it down to that $150 level. Just going off that bear flag and also kind of how this downtrend is beginning to happen on a weekly. Looking at the daily chart, see similar trends. Just looks like it's started the downtrend. So ahead of earnings, I would look at taking puts to around $150. And then you also have Walmart reporting this week, right? Another retail earnings. Walmart has done well. It's currently up 8% on the year. In the last 2 months, it's just been on a tear up and does not look like stopping. So I'll definitely keep that on your watch list as well. Walmart, it's looking pretty good. Just going up and up and up. Expect some pullbacks towards the moving averages, but then expect higher highs. Moving on to HD. Home Depot. Okay, this looks good. So there's a gap above here to this level, $305. And yeah, there's also room to drop down to these levels of support around 268. Looking at the daily chart, is this a bear flag as well? We could be starting to form a bear flag right here. So one thing I do know about HT is Kramer's been telling a lot of people to buy it. So hey, maybe we look into the puts for this one. But I think going into earnings, I'm very neutral on this one. I don't have a preference to either way I'd trade this. Like I said, there is that gap up to fill. So, just watch out for that. All right, let's move on now. Our good friend AMD. AMD had a nice week, pushing up about $97 before pushing back down. Now we're just kind of hanging around my level of support. Again, if we break down back to around $90, we now push up to 99 and beyond. It looks like could be a double top of the daily here, but those are more with the wicks. Just to start off with this one, I'll just wait to see how Monday plays out. Honestly, that's what you can do with that one. Let's move on to Oxy. Yeah, another one in the energy sector. Looks like it's on a nice downtrend. So you might want to look at puts with this one. Same as XOM, MRO, those kind of stocks. XLE, the overall sector. And then I wanted to mention Roblox because sure enough, I've been trading it and I've also been seeing it a lot on Twitter. Roblox ticker symbol RBLX. It's another one with a good swing setup. Here you could have swung to the downside with the puts, and now it looks like you could swing to the upside with the calls. But hey, if this was a resistance and it's time to downtrend again, then I wouldn't get too enthusiastic on the calls too early because it could be on the way for downtrend. But just let Monday play out, see what it does, and then I think enter this play. Lastly, but yeah, just again, I want to clarify, it's got that swing potential. Lastly, QQQ, been on the rise, just like Walmart, pulling back to the 9-day moving average each and every time. That is nice to see. So expect another little bit of a pullback, maybe $3, and a push up. I'd say my price target for this one is $330. It's been $330 for a couple weeks now, so I'm sticking with that price target, $330. And then I'm just going to look at NNOX just for Bob. Shout out Bob in the Discord. NNOX has been on a tear. I wouldn't say it has nice swing potential. That's the funny thing. It's just a bit too erratic for me. This is not what you call nice swing potential because it could pull all the way back $4 or $5 and then you could be getting burned. So I'll just let this play out, honestly. If there is a day you catch it, then, that's great. That's enjoyable. You have fun. But I wouldn't take this overnight. I definitely wouldn't take this overnight. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you guys remember that these videos do take time. So please drop a like, drop that thumbs up. It does help in a great way. And then come and join the Royal Trading Academy. We've been helping a lot of students there, doing the usual stuff, call outs, breaking down charts, live trading, talking on the voice chat, just to understand people's ideas and views on stocks, and all the usual stuff in there. So come check out the Royal Trading Academy in the Discord, and check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. That is a list of 10 videos that you guys will have access to for life. So check out the Stock Option Starter Pack. Make sure you follow me on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at The Wealth Prince. And make sure you are back here next time for another video. This week I will be traveling a couple times, well, a few times to be honest. So it might not be as frequent with the YouTube uploads, but still, make sure you guys show support and come back next time, wherever I may be. Thanks for watching. I got one to making, you got one to making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace. Game over.